In the modern world, eating is a constant loop. Breakfast, lunch, dinner. We rarely let the engine stop. But what happens if the food vanishes? Not for a few hours, but for 7 days straight. For the first 6 hours, you are safe. You are simply digesting your last meal, running on floating glucose. But as that fuel burns out, an ancient biological switch is flipped. A switch buried deep in your DNA. Humans were not designed for endless feasting. We were forged in scarcity. We are built to survive the empty stomach. This journey walks a fine line. On one side is fasting, a powerful tool for healing and rejuvenation. On the other side is starvation, where the body begins to cannibalize itself to stay alive. We will experience the glucose crash, the brain fog, and the surprising clarity of the hunter mode. And finally, we will see what happens when the fat runs out and the body turns against its own muscles. Welcome to the starvation experiment, 7 days without food. Let's begin. As the clock hits the 6-hour mark, the glucose from your last meal is officially gone. Your blood sugar begins to plummet. Your pancreas stops releasing insulin, the storage hormone, and signals the body to switch from saving mode to spending mode. It calls upon the liver. Your liver holds a temporary battery, called glycogen chains, of stored sugar ready for emergencies. The liver breaks this glycogen down into glucose and shoots it into the blood, specifically to keep your brain lights on. But down in the stomach, a rebellion is starting. The empty walls rub against each other, releasing a hormone called ghrelin. Ghrelin screams at your brain, "Eat now!" This causes the physical stomach growls and intense hunger pangs you feel. This is where you become hangry. Your brain, panicked by the dropping fuel supply, shortens your fuse. You snap at friends. You lose focus. You stare at the fridge like it's a shrine. Your primal instincts are taking the wheel, but the liver's battery is small. It only holds about 24 hours worth of energy. The clock is ticking down. By hour 12, the easy fuel is almost gone. Your body is about to face a massive energy crisis. If you don't eat soon, your biology must make a radical choice: burn the fat or die. Hour 18. The liver's glycogen tank hits zero. The glucose river runs dry. Your brain, the most energy-hungry organ, starts to panic. Neurons begin to misfire. You feel dizzy, weak, and mentally foggy. This is the lowest point, often called the keto flu. But your body has a backup plan, stored for this exact moment. It unlocks the vault, your body fat. A process called lipolysis begins. Fat cells break open, releasing fatty acids into the bloodstream like an emergency oil supply. Your muscles and heart love this fuel. They start burning fat immediately, and your physical energy stabilizes. But there's a problem. Fatty acids are too large to cross the blood-brain barrier. Your brain can't use them. It's still starving. So, the liver performs its greatest magic trick. It takes the fat and converts it into a new, water-soluble superfuel, ketones. These purple molecules are smaller, faster, and cleaner burning than glucose. They bypass the barrier and flood the brain. The brain fog lifts almost instantly. The lights come back on, brighter than before. Welcome to ketosis. A side effect of this process is acetone. You might notice your breath or sweat smells faintly fruity or like nail polish remover. Your hunger pangs begin to fade. The hormone ghrelin drops. Your body realizes, we are not starving. We are just eating our reserves. You have successfully switched metabolic engines. You are now a fat-burning machine. By the end of day 1, the hardest part is over. But the real magic, the deep cellular cleaning, is just about to begin. With digestion completely shut down, your body finally has time to do the housework. It triggers a Nobel Prize-winning process, autophagy. Autophagy literally means self-eating. But don't worry, it's not eating your muscles yet. It's eating the trash, It hunts down old, damaged cells, misfolded proteins, and zombie cells that are just floating around causing inflammation. Your body recycles this biological junk, breaking it down into brand new amino acids to build younger, stronger cells. This is the ultimate anti-aging mechanism. It even starves out precancerous cells that rely on high sugar levels to survive. To protect your muscles during this cleanup, your human growth hormone, HGH levels, skyrocket, increasing by up to 500%. Meanwhile, up in the control tower, your brain is receiving a massive dose of BDNF, brain-derived neurotrophic factor. Think of BDNF as fertilizer for your neurons. It triggers the growth of new brain cells and strengthens connections. Memory improves, learning speed increases. This creates a state of hyperfocus, often called the fasting high. Your immune system also gets a reboot. Old white blood cells are recycled, paving the way for a brand new immune army. By hour 48, your body is cleaner, sharper, and more efficient than it has been in years. You feel invincible. But remember, this golden age is temporary. The hunter inside you is waking up. Evolution didn't make you smart just to sit there. It made you smart, so you can go kill something. Day 3. Logic dictates you should be exhausted, curling up in a ball to save energy. But you're not. You are wired. Your adrenal glands flood the system with adrenaline and noradrenaline. This is the body's natural fight or flight drug. Nature doesn't want a starving animal to sleep. It wants you to hunt. It gives you a chemical boost to chase down prey. Your metabolism actually increases by up to 14%. Your senses sharpen. You can hear a pin drop. Your vision locks on targets. This is why sleeping becomes difficult. Your ancient brain is screaming, "Why are you resting? There is no food here. Go find it." To ensure you are strong enough for the kill, human growth hormone levels remain at their peak, protecting your muscle mass. You might feel a strange sense of coldness in your hands and feet. Blood is being diverted to deep muscles and the brain. This cocktail of ketones and adrenaline creates a unique euphoria. You feel light, aggressive, and undeniably alive. Enjoy this peak. It is the body's final all-in bet. It is burning the furniture to keep the house warm, because eventually the fat runs out. And when the reserve tank hits zero, the cannibalism begins. Days 4, 5, and 6. This is where the path diverges. If you have body fat, you keep burning. If you don't, the lights begin to dim. When fat stores reach critical lows, the body has no choice but to break the glass on its structural reserves. Your muscles. This is gluconeogenesis. Your body breaks down protein tissues to create glucose for the parts of the brain that can't use ketones. It doesn't discriminate. It eats biceps, it eats thighs, but it also weakens the heart walls. Your heart is, after all, a muscle. The hunter mode ends abruptly. Your metabolism crashes to conserve every last calorie. You feel freezing cold and lethargic. Your digestive system begins to atrophy. The villi in your gluttony fingers that absorb food shrivel up and flatten. The immune system, deprived of nutrients for too long, stops producing new cells. The shield you built on day 2 dissolves. Mental clarity turns into delirium. You obsess over food. You might even hallucinate meals that aren't there. Electrolytes: potassium, magnesium, sodium are critically low. The electrical signals controlling your heart rhythm begin to glitch. You have survived 7 days. But the danger isn't over. In fact, the most dangerous moment is your very first bite. If you break a 7-day fast with a pizza or a burger, you are playing Russian roulette. This causes a massive spike in insulin. Insulin opens the cell doors abruptly, rushing electrolytes like potassium and magnesium out of your blood and into the cells. Your blood levels crash. Your heart, deprived of the electrolytes needed to beat, simply stops. This is refeeding syndrome. Let's rewind. How do you do it safely? The golden rule is low and slow. Start with bone broth. It is rich in minerals but low in carbs. It wakes up your digestion without spiking insulin. Wait a few hours. Then introduce soft, fermented foods like yogurt. Give your gut villi time to regrow. Fasting is a double-edged sword. Used correctly, it resets your immune system and fights aging. But push too far without knowledge, and the body's survival mechanisms will turn against you. Your body is capable of miracles, but it needs you to be the pilot, not the crash test dummy. Curious about the opposite extreme? What if you ate 10,000 calories of sugar every day? Click here to find out. Subscribe to Science of You. Master your biology before it masters you.